Hello, my name's Daniel Rains. You might know me as Caravan Dan. I run Gaming Caravan, a tabletop advertising and events company located in Central Florida. This video is going to cover my 14-page analysis of our last Kickstarter, Support the Caravan 2024, done in the tabletop industry. If you want a free copy of this report, go to the description of our video, click on the link, or go to gamingcaravan.com, click on our shop, and download it for free. Inside of it, you'll see more in-depth analysis of stuff that I'm mentioning here in this video. Feel free to download now and follow along with the video as I mention the contents inside of the essay. If you like what you see in this essay, and you've also run a successful Kickstarter in the tabletop industry, or a crowdfunding campaign of any kind that's raised over $10,000 after the year 2021, go to the description of this video and click Join Our Next Study. Fill out that form and be added to our next analytical report. All participants will get a free copy of the paper when it releases. Let's begin. Starting with the 3 disclaimers I have above, no advertisements were used through the duration of this campaign, only promotional opportunities done through our company directly to our community. The analytics we've received are a combination between Kickstarter and Google Analytics. However, we do realize there are some data missing from Google Analytics. And last, even though this wasn't a Kickstarter about a board game, it was completely funded by board gamers. I strongly believe the conclusions made in this paper will directly assist your next Kickstarter campaign due to a similar target audience. Moving on to the precursory details, our community already had these members pre-launch. 1,000 TikTok followers, 400 YouTube subs, 300 Facebook followers, and 930 people inside our Facebook group, Gaming Caravan Central Florida Tabletop. Our goal for this campaign was $1,000, and it was running from January 20th to February 11th. The goal of this campaign was to see if our audience was committed to our brand while keeping our events free for the foreseeable future. For pre-campaign, we started our pre-campaigning only on January 13th. We also scheduled a booster campaign for 48 hours after the initial campaign for anyone who did not engage or click on the email. Between these 2 campaigns, we had an overall 3,066 email opens from 1,548 contacts, resulting in 1,449 opens and 50 clicks to our pre-launch page, resulting in 16 project followers. We also announced our project on social media, specifically our Facebook group and our Facebook page, on February 13th. And finally, we launched a YouTube video announcing our Pokemon Splendor giveaway, where we mentioned this Kickstarter campaign and to follow it and promoting it. Between posting that video on January 16th all the way up until January 20th, it resulted into 20 clicks directly to our pre-launch page. All in all, concluding by January 20th, we had 39 project followers from over 129 users going to our pre-launch page. Moving into our live campaign category. On day 1, we launched our Kickstarter on January 20th at 12 p.m. EST. We also scheduled email to be sent out 15 minutes after we launched. The email campaign was sent to 1,129 users, which resulted into 537 opens and 47 clicks. Again, we always posted it onto our Kickstarter. We also posted it on our Facebook group as well, utilizing the @everyone tag. This led to us ending day 1 with $237 coming from 10 backers. Day 2, we sent an SMS booster campaign, so a text campaign, to anyone who did not initially engage or click on the day 1 email campaign. This led to 827 texts being sent and 114 clicks. Note, there are no open analytics for text messages, as that's not something that it tracks. We closed out day 2 with $287 coming from 13 different backers. For the lifespan of the Kickstarter campaign, we posted repeatedly on social media, specifically TikTok and YouTube, through YouTube video formats, and always reminded them within every single video to check out the description of the video and send them and refer them to our Kickstarter campaign. Again, we did not use any advertising on this campaign whatsoever. The campaign fully funded on day 16 of 23, raising $1,038 from 29 different backers and 55 project followers. Our last call for the campaign, we sent a final email and SMS campaign with wording that highlighted that it was the final day of the campaign, as well as a $10 random board game that we saw being super successful during the duration of the campaign. The $10 random board game was a funding tier on our Kickstarter campaign, which ended up being the most popular by far. Our click-through rate, or CTR, increased significantly on our final day. Our average email click-through rate was 2%. However, on the final campaign for the final day, it went to 10%, even though we had a significant drop in open rates. Likewise, with our last SMS increase, our average SMS click-through rate was 13.78%, but it rose to 21% on the final day of the campaign. We ended our final day with $1,146 coming from 32 unique backers and 52 project followers. In the outcome explained section, we go through the customer backer acquisition breakdown. Going from the highest category to lowest category, we had $385 coming from organic social content, aka our Facebook direct content. We had $300 coming from Kickstarter itself through various methods, whether it was a search function, whether it was people saving our profile and then backing us based on our saved profile, and various other Kickstarter features. We had $270 coming directly from direct links. We had $60 come from YouTube specifically, and $50 noted through SMS. We are missing some details because Google Analytics wasn't tracking some of it. But those are the funds where we can confirm their sources. All of the numbers just mentioned are all approximations. Regarding cancellations, we only had one user cancel for $10. Now on to the conclusions. At the very least, I suggest you go to the description of the video and grab the full report, even if it was just for the final few pages of our conclusions. I mentioned all the conclusions, fully referencing the analytics used from the paper to support these conclusions. It's way more in depth on here, but I will mention all the conclusions I did find. Number one, crowdfunding success must be through a community you cultivate. Many people believe that you go to Kickstarter and utilize Kickstarter's community. However, in order to utilize Kickstarter's community at all, you do need to bring your own community to fund. And Kickstarter community is more like the icing on the cake rather than the cake itself. Number two, Facebook is the ideal place to be for board gaming and publishers. Facebook has so many numerous benefits to being on it. Even if you don't think you'll ever use it, you will use it more than you believe, and you will need to use it more than you believe. There's so many benefits, and it's one of the best ways to engage with your users all at once collectively. By utilizing group features such as @everyone or Facebook page features such as @followers, whether or not having that constant communication with the audience is a good thing, you might want to check out the Net Promoter Score NPS. If you want to find out more, go to the description of the video or send an email to dan@gamingcaravan.com to have a meeting with me to find out the benefit of Net Promoter Score and other marketing tools to assess your community's benefit and whether or not they will actually follow you when you start your Kickstarter. Number three, use mailing platforms that allow SMS campaigns or text campaigns. The benefit for SMS campaigns is so staggering significant. There's so much research and data I can share, and I did share some of it inside this form, such as over 90% of SMS messages are opened and read within the first 3 minutes of delivery. Think about it yourself. The amount of text you get, at the very least, you might read it when you swipe down and have the bar pop up. You read way more text than you realize, even if you might not click on them. The SMS click-through rates of this campaign were significantly higher than the email click-through rates of this campaign. And one thing I can guaranteed say through my analytics of my own personal use of these for years and years in all my various businesses, the click-through rates are significantly higher through SMS almost for anyone. Does not matter who you are, you will have way better signage essentially on phone click-through rates than you will on email. Number four, be sure to utilize data tracking for your next Kickstarter campaign. Even if you do not fund, there are significant benefits to seeing where your traffic came from, who backed, the percentage of backers, and so forth to know where you should spend your time and energy marketing for your next campaign. And finally, you'll have so much more success if you buy the brand, not the product. They did back because they believe in my vision, they believe in what we're doing as a company, and they do appreciate what we bring to the table. I also know for Stonemaier Games, they have won so many people over with their customer support and similar experiences where it's not an anomaly to have a great experience with customer support at Stonemaier Games. And thus, they create positive promoters within their brand. Those promoters will not only be enrichment for you and your board games, they will now bring more people to your audience, be the most valuable part of your community. Once again, for my final note, if you have raised more than $10,000 on a successful Kickstarter campaign or any kind of crowdfunding campaign in the year 2022 or after, I would love to add you to my next analytical study of crowdfunding in this market. Go ahead and email me, dan@gamingcaravan.com, or go to the description of this video and click on the link, join our next study, and get a free copy upon completion, which we're looking to have it done by July of this year, 2024. This took me a good 3 days to fully encompass, so please comment any questions you might have, anything I didn't fully explicate. If anything you might want to say to me, again, send me an email or go to the comments of this video. Thanks for sharing your time. Take care, God bless, and have a great day, y'all.